This car can fly for 25 minutes and reach speeds of up to 80 miles per hour. Flying cars were once science fiction, but in China, they've become real. This isn't a prototype or futuristic concept, it's a fully functional aircraft, and the world is watching. China is aiming to grow what it calls a low-altitude economy, built on small aircraft and delivery drones. But with impressive specs and an eye-catching price, is this flying car ready to take off? Can cities handle a sky filled with drones and air taxis? Or will this new tech hit roadblocks before it gets off the ground? We'll dive into the features, pricing, and whether the world is truly ready for one of the biggest travel revolutions in modern history. Ever dreamed of flying in a drone? Welcome to the skies above Guangzhou, where that dream is now a real option. Picture this: congested streets, air pollution, nonstop traffic. But what if you could escape it all, just by pressing a button and lifting off into clear air? That's the vision behind the XPeng X2, a flying electric vehicle that feels like it's been pulled straight from the future. Developed by XPeng Aero HT, the aerial arm of China's electric vehicle maker XPeng, this machine isn't just a concept, it's a step into a new form of urban travel. Based in Guangzhou, XPeng Aero HT made headlines when it revealed its fifth-generation flying vehicle at a public event in Shanghai in 2021. People were stunned. It didn't roll up with engine noise, it hovered silently into the spotlight. The XPeng X2 is officially classified as an electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOL. That means it doesn't need a runway. It launches straight upward and flies. Designed to carry 2 passengers, it offers space for a couple of bags and was first introduced as Voyager 2. Its teardrop shape isn't just stylish, it reduces drag and improves flight efficiency. Size-wise, it's close to a mid-size car. Media: XPeng X2 next to mid-size car for scale, XPeng X2 with dimensions overlay graphic, XPeng X2 measured in studio length, 16.97 feet, width 16.81 feet, height 4.47 feet, weight around 680 kilograms, maximum payload 160 kilograms. Built with aircraft-grade aluminum and wrapped in carbon fiber, it stays light without sacrificing strength. The X2 uses 8 rotors, each powered by its own motor, providing balance and redundancy for safety. It connects via 4G and 5G, enabling real-time communication and updates while airborne. The XPeng X2 has a flight range of around 75 kilometers, about 30 minutes in the air, and hits a top speed of 130 kilometers per hour. Because of its compact size, it can be parked in a standard garage. No need for helipads or hangars. It even has small dollies that let 1 or 2 people roll it around with ease. This isn't just a flashy gadget, it's built for real-world safety. The distributed electric propulsion system allows each rotor to operate independently. If one fails, the others keep it stable. Onboard sensors monitor the environment in all directions, and the aircraft can autonomously return and land if needed. Features include real-time video streaming, ground monitoring systems, 360-degree camera view, emergency parachute system, zero emissions, and whisper-quiet flight. That last point matters. In cities struggling with smog and traffic, a clean and quiet vehicle like this could change everything. The XPeng X2 is designed for both manual and autonomous flight. In manual mode, trained pilots take full control. But for air taxi service, the autonomous option is key. Passengers just enter a destination and relax. The system handles takeoff, flight path, and landing. Its intelligent software plans routes, avoids obstacles, and adapts to local airspace rules, even across different countries. Inside, the cockpit is sleek and wide, offering panoramic views. The interface feels like a cross between a luxury car and a mini spaceship, with a floating display that shows maps, routes, and flight data. Beyond passenger transport, this vehicle could support tourism flights, medical emergencies, and rapid logistics in dense cities. It may soon become more than a luxury. It could be an essential part of urban life. In 2022, XPeng captured global attention with a public test flight in Dubai, right near Skydive Dubai and the iconic Palm Jumeirah. This was no backroom demo. It was a full public showcase, approved by Dubai's Civil Aviation Authority. About 150 invited guests watched, including officials, business leaders, and international media. Although the flight was unmanned, it was a major step forward. XPeng worked closely with local regulators, conducted risk assessments, and followed international safety standards. They built a complete flight plan, identified risks, and prepared fallback options, all in partnership with Dubai's Sanad Academy and the DCAA. Once approved, the X2 soared into the sky. marking a major milestone for both XPeng and the future of flying cars. The Dubai flight was just the beginning. XPeng's long-term goal is to offer urban air mobility at low altitudes, typically flying around 300 feet, but with the ability to climb as high as 3,200 feet. Even with a 30-minute flight time, that's plenty for cross-city trips. More importantly, it gave the world a glimpse of what's possible. No more speculation, just a real flying car, in real airspace, over a real city. Dubai Chamber's Hassan al-Hashemi described it best. The X2 is more than a cool invention. It reflects the ambition of a city and a world ready to reimagine transportation. For XPeng, this was a milestone years in the making. The flying car isn't the future, it's now flying over our heads. In 2023, XPeng's X2 reached another huge milestone. This time, it wasn't just another test, it was official. The X2 became the first manned eVTOL, or electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, to receive a flight license in China. The certification came from the Civil Aviation Administration of China, specifically its Central and Southern Division. For those following the X2 project, this marked a huge leap, but it also tied into something bigger. China is building an entire low-altitude economy, an ecosystem of aircraft flying below 1,000 meters. You might not have heard of it before, but it's growing fast. From delivery drones to air taxis, anything operating in that layer of sky is part of this ambitious plan. The vision is simple. Low airspace can do more than just hold weather. It can move people and goods, assist farms, and even support emergency rescue missions. This emerging economy could be worth a staggering 3.5 trillion yuan by 2035, and it's backed by government policy, private investment, and a surge of engineering progress. Cities are opening low-altitude air routes, and the sky is gradually becoming a new kind of highway. Much of this growth is powered by advancements in AI and autonomous systems, which now allow flying vehicles to operate with more precision and safety. Human-computer interaction is improving, and it's becoming easier to control, or let the drones fly themselves. Industries are aligning. Battery makers, software developers, motor manufacturers, and agri-tech firms are all finding a role in this expanding airspace. What's your take on all this? Is the low-altitude economy the next big leap, or a risky new direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Just when the world got used to the X2, XPeng Aero-HT unveiled something even bolder in 2024, the land aircraft carrier. And no, it's not a warship, it's actually a futuristic fusion of a land vehicle and a flying machine. Let's break it down. The concept includes two parts. First, there's the road vehicle. XPeng calls it the mothership. It's massive, riding on 6 wheels across 3 axles. It's about 5.5 meters long, 2 meters wide, and 2 meters high. Bigger than most vans, with a chunky design that mixes minivan elegance with Cybertruck muscle. It features clean, minimal styling, smooth curves from the windshield to the roof, flush-mounted door handles, and a rugged plastic trim. No side mirrors, another sign it's still under development. Under the hood, it runs on an extended-range electric vehicle system, or EVver, with an 800-volt high-voltage platform. Interestingly, the engine doesn't directly drive the wheels, it charges the battery and powers the motors. This setup allows it to travel up to 1,000 kilometers on a single charge. The second half is where it gets wild, a drone-like air unit that docks right on top of the road vehicle. It lifts off vertically with 6 fold-out arms and rotors. This foldable design isn't just for show. It was engineered to fit neatly inside the vehicle's trunk, without sacrificing interior space or driving performance. Currently, the unfolding sequence takes about 4 minutes, but XPeng's team aims to reduce it to 3. Once docked, the air module charges directly from the carrier. Thanks to the high-voltage system, it can recharge from 30% to 80% in just 18 minutes, supporting up to 5 or 6 short flights per full charge. You can fly it manually using a joystick or switch to autonomous mode, where it handles takeoff, flight, and landing on its own, ideal for users without pilot training. So what's the point of this high-tech combo? The land aircraft carrier is more than just a flashy demo. It's built for serious tasks: emergency rescues, medical deliveries, flood or disaster relief, and evacuations from high-rises. It's meant to go where regular vehicles can't, then fly above the chaos when needed. Initially, it will be restricted to controlled airspaces and official tasks like public safety missions. But if it performs well, the door opens to broader applications. XPeng Aero-HT has big plans, and the funding to back them. In its Series B round, it raised $150 million, which is now being poured into testing, refining the vehicle, and preparing for commercial production. XPeng isn't alone in this space. Over in Orlando, Florida, a company called Lufcar is developing its own land-air hybrid. Their flying unit, nicknamed the Flying Forklift, uses hydrogen power and can lift and carry a road unit through the air, another take on the same challenge. Meanwhile, back in China, XPeng originally aimed to start production in 2025, with deliveries that same year, but the schedule has now shifted to 2026, allowing time to complete a new factory and ensure everything runs smoothly. When it does launch, China will be first to receive the vehicle, thanks to its faster-moving regulations around both road and air mobility. Price? Still not finalized, but sources suggest it will be under $300,000. For a flying, road-ready vehicle, that's shockingly affordable, especially given how new this tech is. And demand is already here. XPeng Aero HT has received over 310 pre-orders from eager early adopters. Let's take a step back. What does all of this really mean? Flying cars are no longer just sci-fi dreams. They're entering real-world conversations in transportation, tech, and urban planning. They're not mainstream yet. Most people still drive traditional cars, but we're watching the slow shift happen. Big transformations like this take time, testing, laws, infrastructure, and public trust all need to evolve. There are challenges ahead, like air traffic rules, safety standards, battery limits, and public education. Cities may need new landing zones. People need to get comfortable with seeing aircraft overhead. Still, momentum is growing. More and more people are asking, could flying vehicles actually be part of daily life? If the answer is yes, we could be looking at a radical shift in how our cities are shaped and how we move through them. If you want to stay on top of this wild ride, now's the time to jump in. This is just one of many next-gen innovations we explore. Subscribe for more unexpected tech stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.